Welcome back. At $60 per barrel of crude oil, Nigeria has or loses about 700 billion naira from the continuous closure of the Belema flow station and gas plant in OML 25, operated by Shell Petroleum, SPDC, NNPC joint venture in Akuku Toru local government area, Rivers State. Belema flow station, which feeds crude and gas into Shell's Bonny export terminal, was occupied from August 7, 2017 by the host community, otherwise known as the Belema field, claiming that the company has neglected the people of the community rather than making them feel the impact of their presence there. Shell had to shut down its operations at the flow station and for the safety of the occupants and the community, as the case may be. Now, recently, the company has signed an MOU with the members of the community that also generated some reactions, and the chiefs, women, youth, and some people, men of Belema, Ofiama, and Geje community owners staged a protest rejecting that recent deal. Well, to help us understand all of this, we've invited for the program here. We have the Amayanabo Okpokulu of Okpokulu, Upukula. His Highness Hope Upusingi, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We also invited the General Manager, External Relations, Shell Petroleum Development Company. He'll probably join us via Skype. Also invited here was Chief Nat Sokubo and Chief Gani Toba, who was supposed to join us in the studio for this conversation. But we have the King here. Thank you for joining us. We hope the others will join us before we end up. What is the situation now? What's going on?
Well, thank you for having me on this program. It all started 2017 after we got information that Shell's OML license is expiring. All operators in the region, their licenses were expiring. The OML 55, OML 24, which is operated by New Cross EP, then the one for Shell, which is OML 25, operated by Shell. Then Belema Oil, the one operated by Chevron before, which they, which they divested to Belema Oil producing. Now, from our own son and from an industry player, operator of another license, we got this information that the president has assured that company that they will not, that competitor, that Shell's own will not be renewed again. So there is need for concerted effort by all communities and all stakeholders to go shut them down and occupy the place until it is handed over. So even if it is your enemy.
This is OML 25?
No, this is operators of OML 55.
55, okay.
Yes, and a native of the area who happened to be beneficiary of, the indigenous campaign, where we are saying that, okay, the big players, those of them that are exiting, they should hand over to indigenous to handle these facilities. And based on that, we all did the mobilization, went there, and did the shutdown. Now, to our greatest surprise...
In the interest of your brother?
In the interest of our own son.
Your son, yes.
Yes, our brother. And don't forget, I'm a key player in the OML 55 handover from Chevron. I brought the deal from US. Not only that, the deal involved other parties in the United States, Texas particularly. And I was the only person from Nigeria, I was the only person from that locality that is part of that board. And at the end of the day, when we did this bidding, the bidding was done right in my office. I have all the documents with me. Finally, we won that OML 55, and it happened to be under the company or the business heading Belema Oil Producing Limited. Now, that was 2013. Like I said again, without any form of doubt or trying to tell you, this is a video of that protest that led to Chevron giving Belema Oil the opportunity to bid, because the bid has closed. BNP Paribas is no more taking up any bid again, any tender or indicative offer. But when we did it, we protested and shut them down for 2 days. And we negotiated. We told them we can't go into their AC office. We want to negotiate outside on the road. That road was blocked. Trans-Amadi. Finally, Chevron gave that this in, and we got this bid and we won. And our son is operating. We thought that is the best that has happened in our history. Now, when this story was given to us that, look, everybody has to put hands on deck and shut down OML 25, Belema operated by Shell, we participated. We told all our supporters, every grassroots person were in control. We asked them, go and shut down. And that shutdown successfully happened on the 11th of August, 2017. Now, 2 years gone. If I tell you, now we begin to understand that Shell is in fact doing the best in the industry. Check their value system. Check the reality of their practices. Check the reality of other indigenous operators in the region. You see there is striking difference. For instance, if there is oil spill, Shell cannot hide it. It will be joint investigation and report will come out and compensations will be given to. That's the industry practice. That's the standard. But right now it's a different thing. For the very first time, one man will come and say, as an operator of a license, I want to buy about 11 communities, not just including cemetery, ancient cemetery.
How do you buy a community?
They came to my office. They said they want to buy. And I said, oh, I will not sign that document. And if I must tell you the truth, today we are in the IG's office. Once they approach you and you are not agreeing, once you have a dissenting view, they do petition and say you are pipeline vandal, you are this, you are that, and from army to military police to SARS to IG monitoring, next week we are still going for interview.
Your Highness, you are the king of Okpukula.
Yes.
You are part of a traditional institution.
Yes.
Now, how is it that you said here that the license, the company that was operating that field, Shell's license has been renewed.
Yes.
So how is it that your community is now wanting them to? What's the issue?
Now we shut down. The reason for our shutdown is the story is everywhere that the license can never be renewed again. That was what our own son told us, that presidency has assured them. When you talk about presidency and they have assured them, we know the office is talking about. Now this is a document, renewal of 16 OMLs. 17, but they said they should step down OML 11, which is the Ogoni, the oil blocks in Ogoni area. Mm-hmm. So federal government told them they should negotiate and hand that one over to MPDC. But for the OML 25, it's amongst the 16 they have renewed. When we saw this document in circulation, and they have paid close to $1 billion for upfront royalties. That's the document. So, confirm these documents.
The license was renewed.
It was renewed for another term of 20 years.
In whose favor?
In favor of SPDC.
Okay.
Now, if they have been renewed, bro, you told us, President has assured you, this thing can never be renewed. Then they started giving us lies. Don't worry, they will not operate Occupy to say all our people pull out. And they pulled out in the close of 2018 business year. We pulled out our people in the month of December, and none of our people are there again. They brought another strategy. They said we should send more people. We said, no, we cannot do it again. Then they came under partisan politics. From partisan politics, they descended again. They said they want to buy communities. They came, 3 people from Belema Oil came to my office in Pakabuari Welch. The surveyor for Belema Oil Producing Limited, and a Beljumbo, who happens to be the community relations manager. They visited my office in Port Harcourt, asking me to consent to the selling of 11 community settlements, including an ancient cemetery, Singama Cemetery.
What is the way forward now? Because the Shell guys are not here. We invited all.
It's unfortunate.
So what is the way forward?
Now, let me just tell you one thing. Has Shell done well? They've not done well. I will not say they've done well. In the course of management, in the course of organizing, several factors, mostly external. As a researcher and a man that believes in measurement, I will not, even if you are the person running this outfit, And reality is now directing how best you manage your business and remain competitive. You will always respond to reality. Shell came with their value. All their value system that drives their business across the world is one, is just the same. But the countries differ because of the way of the life of the people and how they want it. So we are blaming Shell. I can tell you now, as a student of learning, I believe very well that Shell is, in fact, the best company. Before I condemn them, I don't do business in Shell. I am not part of any of their activities. But the standard, okay, Shell has invested OML 24, which is in Opukula territory directly. OML 24 is operating, indigenous company. Have they done well? They are not operating the Shell standard. They are still far below. But somehow, they are even operating from an objective standpoint. They respect the regulatory, the regulatory practices of NAPIMS and NMPC. But this one, no way. You cannot see, if they tell you, say, go and support and do campaign, if you refuse, dethrone him. Find a parallel from his community. Fight him back. Now, let me tell you one thing.
What's
Shell,
the way forward?
The way forward. Now, Shell has been renewed for another 20 years. I can tell you there are people doing business there that are complaining. Daily, I get calls. We are tired of this thing. We cannot continue. Shell comes with their portfolio. No story of, I will pay you tomorrow, I will pay you next tomorrow. They have the portfolio. And when they come, if they give you contract, they respect the terms of the contract. This is a company that don't even respect. They can sign contract with them. Tomorrow they'll tell you not to enter their gate again. Several people. The thing has become granite, roadside granite business. And that is not what we want. Shell has said, oh, government, before it was NMPC and the presidency. Presidency has handled, and they've seen that community matter is not really presidential. It is state matter, state and local government. The business of federal government is licensing. And assuming they gave to our son that time, we would have been happy. But now we're happier because coming to know the truth and learning from the truth that Shell has been licensed again. Don't forget, they are coming to invest billions of dollars for OML, for H block project across the Atlantic front of that our region. And that is a whole lot of money they want to come and put there. But now, because of this shutdown, nothing is happening. And for whatever reason, they've come to realize that that area, they cannot sell it to anybody. 42,000 barrels per day. It's not a small thing. These other people that are producing from 14,000, producing 5,000 now. It shows inefficiency, managerial inefficiency. But let me put it straight. Shell took the right step. They've consulted the state government. Every operation falls under a state. Even in Lagos State here, they are oil producing companies. Why are they not on TV and radio every day for the wrong reasons? New Cross is there, they are not on air, every day. ATO is there, they are not on air every day. And I can tell you now, government called every party, all factions, all stakeholding parties, interest parties to the table. And the governor said, this is not something I will send a commissioner or a permanent secretary or anybody. I will want to sit on this
The state government is on
the
top
state
of
government now said, have you ever, with all these challenges you are having, what is the problem? The front burner smoke screen we painted was that they are refusing to respect the tenets of the GMOU, Global Memorandum of Understanding. It's a CSRO agreement. Are you getting me? Now, this CSRO agreement is that every year they will vote certain amount of money for CSRO development.
Your Highness, we have to go. I've been told we have to go. So, but the situation now is that the state
agreement has been signed.
Okay.
By all parties.
Okay.
What the fallout you are hearing is the funding from one corner. One person is calling people and funding them to go and say, we are not part of this agreement. Nobody was forced. All service commanders were there.
All right.
Solicitor General is there. The governor is there.
Thank you.
The agreement has been signed.
Thank you. We've been speaking with His Royal Highness Hope Opusingi Amayanabo Opukula of Opukula, who joined us in the studio. We also invited the General Manager, External Relations, Shell Petroleum Company, Igo Welly, who was supposed to join us here, and Gani Toba, who is the host of the host community of OML 11. They're also supposed to be part of the show, but they did not make it. Thank you so much. So as we'll be back for the home stretch, please join us again.